Alright, welcome back. Before we continue, I just want to update you with something. Diba, remember sabi ko sa item number 3, the variable for x is supposed to be 13. I'm sorry if I did the equation the wrong way, but this is the right equation. Diba, remember, this stands for the probability of success, and this stands for the probability of failure. Tama? And then when we find the LCD is 2x times 6. This is our LCD. So when we multiply by the LCD, of course, on the left side, the x plus 7 cancels, while on the center side, the 2 times 2x minus 6 cancels. And then on the right side, we multiply to find the LCD. And dapat we're supposed to get 2x squared plus 8x plus 42. That's negative 42 pala. 7 times 6 equals 42. Pero positive times negative is negative. So kailangan dapat negative pa siya. Alright? And then, when I did the LCD stuff, 2x times x is 2x squared. Negative 6 times x is negative 6x. Tapos, 7 times x, 7x. 7 times 7 is positive 49. And then, this is the solution that I'm supposed to be doing. And the negative 6 plus positive 7x, we combine like terms to give you x. And then, when we're already here, we cross out the 2x's, 2x squared, and then we're just left with x plus 49 is equivalent to 8x minus 42. Dapat minus dapat. And then we subtract 8x on both sides, leaving that with negative 7x plus 49 equals negative 42. Then adding negative 49 to both sides, we have negative 7x divided by 90 is equivalent to negative 91. Then negative 91 divide both sides by negative 7, x equals 13. However, on the other hand, if we were to factor, ganito kasi yung mangyayari, we factor out negative 7, and we have x minus 7 equals negative 42. And then divide both sides by negative 7, we get positive 6. Then add 7 to both sides, x still 13. So that's the correct answer. Kailangan dapat, I have to make that 42 negative, not positive. That is the main solution, alright? But at least we were able to do item number 43, so okay na yun. Now let's move on to the next item. For the 44th item, or which we call item number 4, the buy member says there when 15 cards are selected, find the probability that she will get an ace or black 10 times. So the buy member, this is my cards. So we have the aces, they're right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the black 5 is right here. May dalawang black 5s. So yan. That's for item number 1. And then same with letter A, but we're looking for an even numbered red card or diamond card. Diba remember the even number red cards? Diba remember the diamond cards are right here, diba? Nakita mo to, they are all the diamond cards that you see. 13. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 na red cards in the hearts. Alright? Tapos for letter C, it's the same, pero 2 of spades or the black king, diba? This the 2 of spades, and here the 2 kings, the black kings. So yun. And then for letter E, heart or a 6. Diba remember the hearts? These are the hearts. Ito yung mga pusong cards. And then 14, 6 of diamonds. 15, 6 of spades. And 16, the 6 of clubs. So yan, that is for letter E. And then, same as letter D, E, but she'll get that on the 5th drawer higher. Yan, diba? So yun lang. And that's for my cards. So now let's move on to the last problem. Alright, now for letter number 5, here's the problem that I'm going to discuss with you right now. Rochelle, together with the grade 11 and grade 12 class, is having a special gathering at a certain convention. So, the question is back again with all my senior high school class, pero this time, kasama na yung grade 12. Diba last time we already did the grade 11, diba? Now, there's already grade 12 in the class. So now let's go to the questions. Letter A. After the lecture of philosophy that Sir Danny Balete had discussed, 12 questions will be asked by the students. Find the probability that at least 5 of them are STEM students who will ask. Yan. So, ito na kaya ang criteria dito sa problem na to. Diba remember, we are now looking for grade 11 and grade 12. So, diba remember, here are the STEM students. Let me write it down for you. Sa senior high school, Diba, remember we have the STEM, Humes, and ABM. Tama. So, diba remember sa STEM, ilan yung mga STEM? We have grade 11 and grade 12. Diba? So, sa grade 11, 3 STEM, 4 na Humes, and 3 ABM. Sa grade 12, no ABM, there are 5 Humes, and 9 STEM. Alright? So, now, we find the probability of, of STEM. That these 5 STEM students will ask. So, ito yung mga STEM. 3 plus 9 equals 12. Diba? And then, that's already 1/2. So, ganito yung probability distribution table na ginawa ko. Alright? So, for this solution, ito na yun. Diba? We did this. The product, the combine of 12C, 0, and then 12 over 24 raised to the 0th power times 12 over 24 raised to the 12th power. Diba? Remember the 12 over 24 here, that is pertaining to the STEM students. And the 12 over 24 here raised to the not STEM students. So, it's like kalahati lang ha. So, parang siyang kalahati. And then, we keep on doing this procedure, just like that, and we read all the numbers as we go along. And then, we keep going until number 12. And then, sum this up all together to get the number 1. Because remember, if our probability distribution table does not add up to 1, therefore, this is not a probability distribution table. Tama? So, now, let's go now to our solution. Diba, remember, sabi ko dito, find the probability that these 5 of them will ask. So, ito na yun. So, therefore, we did this, the sum of this one. Let me show you what I did. It's the sum of K301 and R301. Ito yun, di ba? So, here's the sum of what I've done. Yun. Yan, di ba? We sum everything up from 5 to 12. Just like that. And then we get 80.62%. That's the answer. Next, number 2. Letter B. Same as letter A, but this time, a female student of grade 12 or a Hume student will ask 7 questions. Ito kasi yun. Diba, remember, here are the female students. They're males, females. Okay? Males, for grade 11, this is yun. There are 6 for grade 11, and then 4 for grade 11. Tapos, sa grade 12, there are 10 for grade 12. There are 4 for grade 12. And 10 for grade 12 na females. Tama? Pero ang sabi ko dito, the question is, a female student of grade 12. So, here are they. There are female students of grade 12. There are 10. Or a Hume student will ask 7 questions. Ilan yung mga Humes dito? Diba, remember the Humes? Although in grade 12, there are still some Hume students who are females. And that's Stephanie, Isha, and Irish. So, therefore, we don't count that. So, we need to count the other Humes. Like, we still need to include Clarence and who's this? And Hans. They are the Humes, diba? So, this one will be, so the solution will be 10, that is the grade 12 girls, plus 2, Hans and Clarence, plus, how many more Humes are there? 4. That pertains to us. Grade 11. Okay? So, 10 plus 2 plus 4 equals 16. Tama? Now, we need to make another probability distribution table. So, here's the solution for letter B. Ganito kasi yun. Diba, remember, in the first place, we have, Wait. This one, diba? So, you have this one. Combine of 12C0 and then 16 over 24 raised to the 0th power times 8 over 24 raised to the 12th power. Then, we keep on doing this until we reach the end. And then, sum everything up to get 1. Diba? And if we get 1, that's already correct. And then, our answer is supposed to be from at least 7. So, kailangan ko gawin ay ganito. Yan. From 7 up to 12. And then, we sum this up, we get 82.23%. That is the correct answer. Next, letter C. For letter C, based on your answers, what is the mean, the variance, and the standard deviation? Formulate a histogram and explain about it. Yan. So, di ba remember, letter C is to, based on your answers from letter A and letter B, all you have to do is to make a histogram. Find the mean, the variance, and the standard deviation. Naalala ba yung formula sa pagsasolve ng mean? To solve for the mean is always, what we do in the mean when it's binomial experiment, mean is always n times p. Diba? And then the variance is always the mu times the q. Tama? So now let's solve for the mean. Diba remember, we know that there are 12, diba? And then only 12 over 24 is the correct one. So 12 over 24, which is the probability of success, times 12. And that'll give you the mean. Diba? That's the mean of ano yun, letter A. Diba? And then, n times q to give you the variance. So variance is 3. Now, what about for the mean in letter B? The mean is n times, ano yun, 16 over 24, 2/3. And that'll give you 8 of 8. Because 12 divided by 24, that's 1/2, diba? And diba remember, 16 divided by 2 is 8. So tama, and then square root, and then diba remember, to solve for the variance, 8 times 8 over 24, which is the probability of failure, you should get this answer. Now, let's see if they match. Diba remember, sabi ko dito, you have to do the solution. So this one, you multiply. Diba? To get the mean. Then sum everything up to get the mean. And did we get 6 as our expected mean for answer letter A? Yes, we did. So we got the mean as 6. Therefore, that's the correct answer. Then our variance for letter A must be 3. So how do we solve for the variance? Diba? You know the formula, diba? Minus the mean, which is 6. And then you square it. And then, diba remember, may naka-parenthesis. So therefore, in the inner parenthesis, it should simplify this first. Then after that, i-square na namin. Then this parenthesis closes out. And then we multiply it with the corresponding probability. Then, so that we don't type the formula, we drag it down with the use of with the bottom square up to there. And then we sum up all our answers so that we can get 3. And that's the variance in letter A. Now for letter B, do you know already what's the mean, diba? Pero what you hold is this one. We have to multiply this with our ano yun? We product these two. We can't drag. So you have to type that separately. Diba? And then we sum everything up so we can get the mean of 8. Then for the variance, you already know the formula, diba? Put 2 parentheses and then this one first. Subtract and then you square it because the first parenthesis, the inner parenthesis will close up and then will cancel and then you square. And then after squaring it, the second parenthesis cancels out. Then you multiply that by the corresponding probability. Diba? Then you add this all up so you can get the results. And your variance is 2.666667. Yun. Diba? And to solve for the standard deviation, mabilis lang yun. All you have to do is to take the square root. Diba? Square root of your variances. And if you do that, you get the answer. Now, to show you the histogram that I made, ito na yung histogram na ginawa ko. Alright? So, this is my histogram in letter A. Diba remember, these numbers that you see on the Y represents the probabilistic values. Diba? Kaya sabi ko sa'yo, if you look at this, it somewhat looks like a normal distribution table. Such that this is the mean, located at the center, and then this is the standard deviation on the bottom. Diba? So, parang siya, it looks like the normal curve. And the center is always the mean, the median, and the mode. Diba? So, since the mean is 6, therefore, the mean is right here. Tama? Our standard deviation is 3. Our standard deviation is 1.73. So, we go to 1.73 to make the standard deviation. So, yun. Now, for letter B, ito na yung histogram namin. Well, it almost looks like the normal distribution as expected, pero yun lang. Pero it looks like one, even though it doesn't look like. Pero it's somewhat looking like a normal distribution already. Kaya yun ang sabi ko sa'yo, most of the distributions, the probability distributions probability distributions that we're doing here looks like the normal curve, which we will discuss in our next lesson. So yun ang histogram. So to give you explanation about it, it looks like a normal distribution. Somewhat like that. Okay? So that's letter D. Letter C. Now let's go to letter D. Here's the question. In a specialized trigonometry class, Sir Erwin, shout out to you, Sir Erwin, because you're my stats and probs teacher. Saan ka? Nakuha ng YouTube video, Rafi? Yes po, sir. I'm making a YouTube video so I can show to my videos. Show to my viewers. Okay. So you're using everything what you've learned to answer it. Yes po, sir. Anyway, Sir Erwin, shout out to you. Good luck, Rafi. Okay. Anyway, so in a specialized trigonometry class, Sir Erwin will let one student come to the front and show them how to solve. Find the probability that an ABM student or a male student will answer on the 6th question. Yan, this is a geometric probability distribution. Kasi nga diba, remember, it should answer on the 6th question. Diba? Pero, going back to the paper, kasi nga diba, remember, we need an ABM student. Diba, remember, there are 3 ABM students, diba? Or a male student. Diba, remember, there are 3 ABM students, which are Rose, Marie, and Paulo. Pero, si Paulo is already part of the males in grade 11. So, therefore, this will become 2 na lang. This will become 6. And the grade 12 male students, this will become 4. So, this will become 12 na lang. So, 12 students na lang. Kasi nga diba, remember, there are 10 males. 6 of us in grade 11, tapos 4 of us in grade 12, plus 2 more ABM na babae, si Maria at saka si Rose. Therefore, they are 12. Diba? 12. Now, here's the probability that we're gonna do. Very easy lang to, diba? So, therefore, it's going to be 12 over 24 raised to the 5th power times 12 over 24 raised to the 1st. Diba? Kasi nga, the geometric probability distribution table goes like this. Nalala mo ba yung formula na ganito? We have Q raised to the n minus 1 power times the P. Diba? The Q stands for the probability of failure. Diba? Remember, what is our Q? Our Q is what? 12 over 24 or 1 half. 1 half and 6 questions. So 6 minus 1 is 5. So it's like, diba, remember, on the first 5, it's going to be not the condition that we want, 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 up to here 5 times. And then when it comes to the 6th one, it's already the real thing. So yan, and it makes sense. Yun. So that's letter D. Next, letter E. Same as letter D, but this time, a female STEM student from grade 12 or a student whose role is Princess Daisy will answer on the 5th question. This one's a bit tough. Sino mas female STEM students from grade 12? Diba, remember the female STEM students of grade 12 are here. Diba? So we have 10 students from grade 12. And we know that there are 7 students of grade 12. The 7 students of grade 12 who are STEM are Ma'am R.A., Angela, Trisha, Kyla, sino pa? Ashley, not Ashley Fernandez, Bernice, sino pa? Meron pang isa si Ashley Go, si Trisha Abraham, si Kyla, si Angela, Ma'am R.A., Bernice, sino pa yung isa? Hindi si Isha Isha, Irish, Stephanie. Tama nga. There were supposed to be 7. 7 of them. Pero I just somewhat forgot na kung sino yung panghuli. O baka malay mo, that could be, hindi si Tisha I already mentioned that name na. Sino yung isa na nasa STEM na grade 12? Never mind if I can't remember. Basta I do know there are 7. So, 7 na stem from grade 12. Pero, and then, di ba, remember, there are 2 students whose role is Princess Daisy's. Of course, you can include the grade 12 already because they already have it. So, one of them can be Princess Daisy naman. Can be this one, can be this one. Yeah, si Isha, I forgot. Kasi nga Isha, even though she's not grade 12, she's not a STEM, she's considered Princess Daisy. So, kasama si Isha doon. And then, we have Marie and Veronica. So, tama, there are 10. Diba? Kasi nga there are 7 students from grade 12 who are STEM, and then 3 students, other students who are not part of grade 12 STEM, but their roles are Princess Daisy. So, if you look at Humes, there's Irish, Isha, and Stephanie. Malabo talaga si Achi Stephanie maging Princess Daisy kasi nga she's the eldest in the squad. Malabo rin maging Princess Daisy si Irish because Irish is the biggest. So, dapat kailangan naman ay si Isha because Isha's my crush there. At saka si Maria, at saka si Veronica, yes, even though they are Veronica sa STEM, she's a grade 11. So, therefore, these are the 3, STEM. Princess Daisies. Yes. So, tama nga. There's still one more. I forgot na what's the name. Pero I'll just get back to you later. Basta, the goal is there 10. There 10. Kasi nga meron pa tayong isa. That's the 7. So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, yung ito, I do not know who's the last one. If I could remember talaga kung sino yung last one eh. Tama, si Michelle. Michelle Mendoza, I forgot. That's Michelle Mendoza pala. Yes. So, yun ang 7th. Okay, now let's go back to the concept. And then, the formula goes like this. Diba, remember sabi ko dito sa question, he will answer on the 5th question. So, dapat, diba, the probability of success is 10 over 24. So, therefore, the probability of failure is 14 over 24. So, 14 over 24 times 14 over 24 times 14 over 24 times 14 over 24, or which we call 14 over 24 raised to the 5 minus 1, which is 4, times 10 over 24. So, ito na yung solution sheet ko. Yes! 12 over 24, 10 over 24 raised to the 14 over 24 raised to the 4th power, times 10 over 24, to give you the answer of 4.82%. That is the answer that I was looking for. Next, letter F. For this problem, it says here, same as letter D, but a grade 12 HUM student will answer on the 8th question and so on. So yan, this implies a geometric probability distribution table such that it goes indefinitely. Diba, remember sa geometric probability distribution table, if you want to get within the certain number of tries, but it just keeps on going on, so therefore, you just work on this tabular form, like for example, on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, then probabilities are here, diba? Until so on. And then you sum everything up here. Then, diba, remember, we know that all the values of the probabilities in the distribution are always equivalent to 1. So, therefore, it's 1 minus your summation of the given. So that you can get the excess. Or the one that is farther away. Diba? Like, for example, diba, remember, you have 1/2 for tossing coins. Then another 1/2, 1/4. And then 1/4, diba? 1/2, 1/8, diba? So, yun. Then, if you want to get the 1 and so on, yun nga, you're gonna have to keep going. You're gonna have to get the 1 from the summation in the first place, sum everything up for what you have up to the point, and then after that, subtract that from 1 to get the excess. So, yan. So, diba, remember, sabi dito, a grade 12 HUM student. Sino yung grade 12 HUM student? The grade 12 HUM student is Stephanie, Irish, and Isha. These are the grade 12 HUM students. And they will answer on the 8th question and so on. So, therefore, the formula goes like this as follows. Ito na yun. So, I did the solution sheet like this. Grade 12 HUMs. Kasi nga, I didn't mean female. I thought female, pero literally HUMs. So, there's 5. 5 over 24 times 3 over 7 times, ano to? This one times 19 over 24 raised to the, ano to? Yes, diba? That's the formula. Diba, remember, this is the Q, this is the P. The Q is always the one that has the -1, while the P states for the Ay, that's not the solution pala. Kasi nga dapat, I need to remove this one. So, dapat I have to remove this one. Dapat it should not contain the G. Kasi nga, diba, remember, in geometric probability distribution table, it should not consist of this. So, kailangan ko itanggalin ko to. So, therefore, it's just gonna be this one. Diba, remember, this is the probability of failure. So, this stands for the probability of failure. Whereas this one states for the probability of success. Diba? So, you get this on the failure number of tries. Let's say, for example, this 2 minus 1. So, this one happens first before this one. So, this is the correct answer. Mali to. So, I need to shift this and then change the solution. Wait lang po ah. Okay, so, yun lang. So, therefore, this is the solution that I made. Diba, remember, this one is ano to? This is 5 over 24 times 19 over 24 raised to the 1 minus 1 power. Diba? This for the first try. This one's for the second try. This one's for the third try. For third try. So, 3 minus 1 is 2. And then, we multiply that by 5 over 24. Fourth try. Fifth try. Sixth try. And then, yung nga, fifth and then 6, 7, and so on. Diba? And then, we sum this up all together to get this probability. And now, all we have to do is to subtract. Subtract that from 1. So, 1 minus this one to give you the answer. Yes. And that's supposed to be the correct answer. The correct answer is 4.82%. The correct answer is 19.49%. Yun ang tamang sagot. Kasi nga ang ginawa ko, I still use the exponent pa for the P eh, which is wrong. So that's why I got it wrong. Now I've already fixed the problem. Now it's already good. So that's letter F, alright? Now we already know the formula for probability distribution table whenever you have geometric probability such that you want to solve for the probability that will happen on later than the end trial. So there, you're gonna have to get all the probabilities that will happen in early, in predetermined time, then subtract that from 1. Just like that, diba? 1 minus the sum of predetermined probabilities. Yan, di ba? That is the formula for geometric probability distribution table such that if you want to get the excess. Okay, so far so good. Now let's go to letter G. For letter G, the problem states like this. In a research planning activity, if there are 134,596 ways to arrange the members in one group, find the probability that 3 grade 11 HUM students or grade 12 male STEM student are in one group. Okay, this one implies a hypergeometric probability distribution table. Pero, before that, we need to work on something very, very important. Kasi on this type of distribution, we are going to do, This is, what you call this? This is hypergeometric. Such that, diba remember sabi ko sa'yo, kapag hypergeometric, the probability distribution table is, we're using combination. Pero, it did not tell us how many people are we choosing. It tells us that there are 134,596 ways to arrange the members in one group. So, out of the 24 students whom we have in the population, we are selecting number of people to ensure that we arrange them within this number of ways, which is 134,596. And we need to find out how many students are chosen for this particular matter. So, can you help us? Great. So, you know the formula as goes. Let me write you the formula. So, ganito yung formula. N factorial divided by n minus r factorial times r factorial. Whereas n stands for the number of elements in the population, while r stands for the number of items being selected. So, there are 24 students, and we need to know how many students are being chosen to do the research project. Okay? So, therefore, we have 24 factorial divided by 24 minus the r factorial. We do not know what exactly r is, di ba? Pero we know that it's all equivalent to 334. Ano ba? 596 ways. So yan, di ba? And here's what we're going to do. Please wait a moment. Okay, we're back. So, di ba remember, this is the formula that we're going to do. This is what we're going to do now. Tama? So, we know already the formula, what to do. Here is the formula that we're gonna do. 24 factorial divided by the 24 minus r factorial times r factorial is equivalent to 134,596. So, we do cross multiplication. So, here we have 24 factorial over 1 is equivalent to 134,596 times 24 minus r factorial times r factorial, di ba? Pero we need to set the random variable on the right. So we need to divide both sides by this one. This item here. Now, what we're just left is 24 factorial divided by 134,596 is equivalent to 24 minus r factorial times r factorial. Ang kailangan namin mag-match yung dalawa. Kasi you remember, 24 factorial minus r factorial, and then we need to get this, r factorial. So let's say, for example, this is 24 minus r factorial, this is 6, and then this becomes 6, so 18, 6, diba? So kailangan dapat matching. So here's how we do it. Remember, we can simplify this 24 factorial into different possible factors. So let's write it down like this. So now we have 24 times 23 times 22 times 21 times 20. But let's stop up to there. Let's see kung sapat. Now let's see if they're divisible by these numbers. So 23 divided by this one. Is 23 a factor of 134,596? Let's check with your calculator and see if this is correct. Okay? Kasi nga we need to ensure if they're factors, diba? So that this one can cancel. Now let's go. So we have 134,596 divided by 23. Is this correct? Yes. And if it yields to a whole number, therefore the answer is correct. So therefore 23, cancel. And now we're just left with this. 24 times 22 times 21 times 20 factorial divided by 5,852. Can it be divisible by 22? By 24? Remember, it's divisible by 3. So 5 plus 8 equals 13, 18, 20. Di pwede, malabo. 2 plus 8 equals 10, so 20. So why don't we try 22? 22 and 11, remember the divisibility rule of 11, the sum of the digits. 5 plus 5 is 10, 8 plus 2 is 12. In alternate placings. 5 plus 5 is 10, and 8 plus 2 is 10. Then subtract the results, and if you get 0, or a number that's divisible by 11, that is confirmed. So yes, it is divisible by 22. So when we divide it by 22, our answer is 266 na lang. So now we have 24 times 21 times 20 factorial divided by 266. Wait, 266, I think I remember that number. Because I know that number is divisible by 19. Am I right? 266 divided by 19. This is 1, 19. This becomes 6. Tama ba? 60 minus 9, 76. So, tama, 14. 266 divided by 19. Check with the calculator. Yes. So, therefore, we have 24 times 21 times 20 times 19 times 18 factorial. Diba? And it's divisible by 19. Diba? We have 266 here. This one and this one will cancel. And now we're just left with 14. Now, we have 24 times 21 times 20 times 18 factorial. Kasi nga kailangan dapat sa R at saka sa R, n minus R factorial, they must match. Diba? And then divide by 14. Can we cancel out anything? Let's try to factor out the numbers. So, 24 is the same as 8 times 3. Diba? Tapos, 21 is 7 times 3. Diba? 20 is 5 times 4. Diba? And then times 18 factorial. Then, all divided by 14. For the sake of 14, 7 and 14 cancels, which simplifies to 2. And then 2 and 4, this is 10. Diba? So, now we're just left with 8 times 3 times 3 times 5 times 18 factorial. And I hope to say that we get the right answer. Kasi po, diba, remember, ang kailangan dapat gawin ay kailangan dapat yung numbers na to ay pwede isulatin sa factorial. So, 8 times 3, diba, remember, 3 times 3 is 9. Diba? So, 8 times 9 times 5. 9 times 8 is 72. 72 times 5 equals... Teka, wait lang ha. Wait, I still have a 2 here. Kasi nga dapat may 2 dito. That's why I got it wrong. Because, di ba remember, 8 times 3, tapos I cancel this one out, then I still left it 2. Tapos this one, I still have 5 times, tama, I cross out the 2 by accident. Because this is 2 and this is still 2. So, dapat it's supposed to be 10. So, 72 times 10, 720. Kasi nga dapat, yung number mo, whatever product you get should be written as, translated as a factorial. And 720 can be written as a factorial. Because 720 is the same as 6 factorial. So, therefore, this is R. R is equivalent to 6. 6 factorial. So, therefore, the values of R are 6 factorial and 18 factorial. So, yun yung dalawang sagot. Pero most likely, we are getting 6. So, therefore, R is 6. So, therefore, 6 people are chosen. Diba? So, therefore, there are 6 people whom we're collecting to join one group. That's the answer. And do you still remember the formula for combination? Comb of success times comb of failure divided by comb of total. Tama? Kasi nga, diba, remember, we have the comb of total, which is 24C6. Diba? And then the comb of success is we don't know. Kaya that's why nga, let's go to the questions and find out. Alright, now let's get back to the story. So now let's get back here. So diba remember sabi ko dito sa number 7, in a research planning activity, diba there are 6 students who are chosen. So find the probability that 3 grade 11 HUM students or grade 12 male STEM students are in that group. Diba remember the grade 11 HUM students, ito yun. So we have grade 11 HUM students and they are 4. Me, Ivan, Ainer, and Jake. Tama? Or grade 12 male STEM students, sino yung mga male students sa grade 12? So, I write it down. Diba, remember there are 4 HUM students? That's me. Tapos yung 12, grade 12 male STEM students, it's Isaac and Patrick. Remember those guys? Isaac, Patrick, grade 12 STEM. Okay? So, therefore, there are 6. So, therefore, yun nga, 6. So, therefore, the combine is 6C2. Diba, sabi ko dito, there are 3 grade 11 students. 3 grade 11. So, 6C3, which is the combination of success, times, diba, remember the formula, which is 18C4, which stands 18C3, which stands for the probability of failure, divide by the total, which is 24C6. Let's see if we get it right. So, ito na yun, diba? Yan, combination of 6C3 times combination of 18C3 divided by combination of 24C6 to give us this answer. Yun nga, 12.13%. That is the right answer. Next, number 8. Same as letter G, but 2 students born in 2002 are involved in one group. Sino yung mga estudyante na born sa 2002? This is a bit tricky. But what I do know is that Mix is born 2002, Kathleen, Ainer, Rose, yun yung mga apat na born 2002. Of course, si Veronica at saka si Paulo, 2003 sila. Malabo. Si Ivan, si Jake, at saka si... Sino to? Ano ba? I know Mix, Kathleen, and Rose, and Ainer are 2002 eh. Ako at saka si Jake, 2000. Si Maria at saka si... Tama. There are 6. 4, 2002. Me and Jake are... me, 2000. Ivan's 2001 to get with Marie and Jake. Tapos si Paulo and Veronica, 2003 sila. So, tama. 4 in grade 11. Tapos sa grade 12, I know one of them is Isha, but I do not know when are the others' birthdays. Pero never mind. Let's just assume na lang it's this answer. So, let me show you my answers. So, diba remember this one? I have combination of 10C2. So, 10 students who were born in 2002. Because kasama si... Basta, let's just assume na lang talaga there are 10 students born in 2002. Also, I may not be accurate. And then 14C4, then 24C6. And that'll be your answer. 33.47%. Next, for letter I, here's the question now. Same as letter G, but at least 4 female STEM students are in one group. Sino mga 4 female STEM students? The 4 female STEM students are, di ba remember, we have Veronica, Kathleen for grade 11, and then there's 7 for grade 12. So, 9. So, there are 9C4, di ba? So, this is the solution. We did the sum. So, here's the solution. 9C0, then 15C6. And then we did this, di ba? 9C1, 15C5. 9C2, 15C4. And so on. And then we sum this all up to get 1. And then we want to get at least 4 of them. So therefore, it's supposed to be the sum of 4 to 6. And we should get 11.3%. Last but not least, the letter J, it's the hardest. But a student whose role is to Ouija, and at least 3 female students born in 2002 are involved. Sino mga estudyante ko na may role si Luigi? Of course, one is Hans Oy, another one is Jake, and Paulo. So, tatlo. And then, at least 3 female students born in 2002. That's Kathleen, Rose, and then the other 6. So, that's 8. Pero if that were so, this is kind of hard. Kasi nga, a student whose role is to Ouija, we need one person whose role is to Ouija. Or maybe siguro to make this easier, I'll make this na lang or. Or na lang to. Kasi nga, a student whose role is Luigi, or at least 3 female students born in 2002 are involved. So, student whose role is Luigi, that's ano yun. Diba? Remember yun sina, ano yun? Paulo. Diba? And then, that's the probability. So, therefore, that's 3C1, and then times the rest, which is 21C5, divided by 24C6. That is when you have Luigi. Then, at least 3 female students born in 2002, yun nga talaga yung solution sheet ko. Let me write that for you. Kasi at least 3 female students, this is what I did, diba? Hanggang number 5, diba? So, yun. Because this one's the one when I have Luigi, 3C1, and then combination of 21C5 divided by 24C6. that is the probability such that you get 1 Luigi out of the 25, diba? Out of the 24. And that's you get 45%. And then from there, we multiply that with the summation of at least 3. So sum of this one times this one. So tama nga, it's supposed to be end. And then I worked it out like this. There are 6 female students born in 2002. Diba? I'm not so sure if this is true, pero yun. Diba? And then 21C5 na lang because there are only 21 more students na lang whom to choose. Diba? So yun. And then when we get this, we get 1. And then we multiply this all together so we can get this answer. I'm not so sure if this is correct, pero yun na talaga yung sagot. And that's it. And that's our stats and props lesson. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless you. Wow, magaling talaga mag-vlog, no? Pwede kayo ikaw na lang maging guro ko? Syempre naman, Sir Erwin. Kung, of course, if I can go back to Chongse. Joke lang, ha?